everybody. Welcome to the live stream for my 1 year of YouTube. I just want to say thanks to everybody over this last year. Tonight's going to be fun. We're going to have guests. We're going to have giveaways. We're going to share some memories. First, I want to roll a montage. Let's go. I misunderstood the assignment. I brought 7 choices. Is that okay?
All right, we'll head on down to Ryan below. Or I should say Pop's Movie Dungeon Jr.
Yes, this is Pop's evil doppelganger, Ryan from Pop's Movie Dungeon Jr. Who was it, 2012? That's going to be Hugh Wylinga, and his movie last year was Apex. A great score, a great movie. No.
And now for last but not least, we have another person that's been on the channel before with Movies with Ryan.
So I was going to go Criterion, but I changed my mind. I decided to go something silly, something that's been, I think, canceled and brought back several times.
What do you got?
Ooh, coming with the heat.
Versus 2?
Yo, shout out to you, Ken. Shout out to you, Ken, bro. Got the classic Hardys versus the Dudleys.
Roll call.
I do got some fun facts about the contestants tonight. Of course, everybody knows Mr. Nichols. You watch it, his Sunday swap meet and all that. His name is Mr. Nichols, but fun fact, he is not actually made of nickels. Just so everybody knows that.
Man, that's a bummer.
This is episode number 14 of the 5, and this is with my friend Ryan from Movies with Ryan.
Just wanted to let you know we got a couple of excellent people with us here tonight. Let's bring them on in right now. We got Pop's Movie Dungeon and Movies with Ryan.
And we also have Ryan from Movies with Ryan. Glad that you're joining us tonight. And this is our first time actually meeting on one of these live streams. So it's great to finally meet you.
Y'all got to follow Another Earth that Jerry dropped on us. Another one.
And next, doing a steelbook every day on Instagram. We got Movies
Making
with
Terry
Ryan.
spend money. So that concludes my entire collection. And we're live. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that montage. Some of those faces look familiar.
I was like, dang, we've done a lot of streams together.
and there was, I actually had to cut it down. There was like 3 or 4. I felt bad because I left a couple off, but it happens. So, yes, looks like we got a few people here in the chat already. We'll go ahead and run around the horn real quick. Everybody can introduce themselves. Pops, if you want to start.
Sure. My name's Alan. This is Pop's Movie Dungeon. We do everything physical media here: collections, unboxings, movie reviews, live streams. As y'all can see in that montage, I've done quite a few things with Ryan. We became good buddies over the last year. We started pretty close to the same time. My 1 year was July 3rd. And no, we are not related, even though, a lot of people have accused us of that. But he has become a good friend, and I'm honored that he has invited me to be on here tonight for this stream. Congratulations on 1 year, Ryan.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And Mr. Tim, the man's gave me plenty of opportunities to be on live streams, and I greatly appreciate that.
I'm glad you were on. The fact that people say yes to come on my live streams is amazing. But anyways, I'm Tim Talks Talkies, and we're all right around a year, which is crazy. My first video would be, or of this version of the channel, I should say, is July 24th. I did have the previous channel. That's a whole bunch of stuff. But anyways, new movie room coming along. So that will have a shelf soon. I have nothing else to really say. I love movies. Pass it over to Derek. Actually,
there you
go. Yes, I'm Derek, the convicted cinephile. I do the same thing as all these guys, just not as well. I collect movies. I like to show them off. I go on thrifting things. I do thrifting vlogs. Right now on my channel, I'm doing a hashtag spoof movie summer, where I've been going back and rewatching all the spoof movies of my childhood and so forth, and doing videos about those. I'm about to record my Mel Brooks video tomorrow. I'm a couple days behind. So yeah, glad to be here. Thanks for having me. And here's Oliver as always.
Well, I appreciate it. Mockbuster says there is a little bit of echo, Derek, so you may want to work on that.
All my things.
No, it's okay. So basically, been here 1 year. I wanted to thank everybody, but it's a huge list. But my main thank you I want to say is to 4K D-Ray. I've been watching YouTube forever. I've been watching Cinema Sickness and Down to Movie forever, and they were going to be on this battle. So I was like, what is this? So I checked it out. I seen 4K D-Ray's channel. I seen these battles. I was like, hey, man, I'm a collector. I want to do this. So I kind of started passing some messages along, talking to a few people, see what it would take. And he was like, oh, you don't need a YouTube. I was like, well, I'd feel better if I had a backing. So that's what I did. I started YouTube, started an Instagram, started reaching out to all these fine fellows here and all you people in the community. And I got on a battle, and it's been fun ever since. You know, I make a video a week. I try to keep it as easy as possible for me because I've got a family to deal with too, but that's my choice. Yeah. But that is it. Thank you, 4K D-Ray. Thank you, everybody else. Everybody on this panel, everybody in the chat, everybody that shows up daily, weekly, monthly on the Instagram comments, the likes, the YouTube comments, everything. We wouldn't be doing this if you people were not showing up. And everybody else that has a channel, I wish you the best for the next year. Here we go. Got that out.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Let's see who's got in the chat here real quick. We got Mr. Hall and Oaks. He still got the good Charlie Day playing the keyboards. Movie Hunter 2020. Still never going to catch up with him on Steelbooks.
Steelbook Master.
I can tell you, I started that Steelbook a day for 2022, and that has been a pain in the rear because you got to take all the pictures, you got to edit all the pictures, you got to number all the pictures, and you got to remember to upload every day. Yeah. I don't know how people do it.
I would completely miss a day. I know I would.
And we got James, 20 and 21st Movies, Mr. Criterion, going into Arrow as well. Congrats on happy 1 year of the Tube, King of Steelbooks. I mean, I'll take that title, but I know I'm not the king of Steelbooks. The Mockbuster, straight from Canada. We were actually on a stream last night with him on Tim's channel. That was a great stream with the practical effects. That was very nice dude. First time I met him. Yes, please hit the like button and all that good stuff. I'd highly appreciate it. And here he is himself, Ken, Mid-Levels Media, the hardest working man on YouTube. Congratulations. Thank you for the congrats. I greatly appreciate that coming from you. Yeah, there's an echo. I think we got it for the mostly fixed. Let's see. Pop's over there looking like he collects movies professionally with that backdrop.
Yeah, I spend a professional amount of money. That's about it.
You mean my bucket of stuffed toys and my Dayman posters not professional enough?
Hey, man. Looks good to me.
There's Brad from Category 3 and me. What's up, Pops Movie Dungeon?
What's up, Brad?
Now, Brad is the one that you and Brian and Johnny does all the stuff with, right?
Yeah, we do a lot of live streams together. He's a good buddy of mine. So
I think I popped in on a few of those and commented, but I've never actually met Brad, I should say. Congrats on 1 year. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we talked about that last night. It is the Mockbusters 1 year. Also, in 2 days, it's Side Hustle Cinemas 1 year. I actually asked him to be on tonight, but he has to work. So there's that. I wish he could be here to celebrate his as well. Let's see. Why don't we do this? We'll go ahead and do our first giveaway real quick. Let me see if I can figure this out. Giveaway time. There we go. So our first giveaway. I want to ask the question in the chat. First answer gets it, and I'll hit you up on IG or whatever to give you it's a 4K code. I've got 7 4K codes, and then my 8th giveaway tonight is going to be a Steelbook. So somebody's getting a Steelbook tonight. So the first one, Morbius 4K code. First one in the chat. What is the infamous tagline to this movie? See if anybody comes up with it.
I have no idea. This was a movie.
Answers. Yes, it was a movie. You know, honestly, it was very well done as far as the visuals. I thought it looked good in 4K, but yeah, overall, the movie was horrible.
Yeah. My son was playing with Target today. I was like, we don't need that.
Even at the $6 or $7 for their 70% off or something.
Yeah. That one's 70% off. Otherwise, I would have bought it. That one, two I would have bought aren't on sale, of course.
Either nobody in the chat knows that we're doing a giveaway, or they don't want the Morbius.
No one wants it.
People are answering under other people's names, so they don't have to have the Morbius.
Okay, well, fine. We'll just get rid of that 4K code then. So we all been doing this. Derek, how long have you been doing this? You started
I'll be a year.
When? Be a year?
Year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are some things? Oh, no, here we go. Movie Hunter got it. All right, it is Morbin time. That is for sure.
That sounds horrible. I haven't seen the movie yet. I bought that steelbook. Still haven't watched it yet. Everybody keeps saying how bad it is. But it's Morbin time. Just sounds goofy as hell. So.
Yeah. And it's not even in the movie. It's in the special features because he's fighting somebody else. But visually it does not look bad. The story is not bad, but it's Jared Leto just being Jared Leto, and it's over the top.
Yeah.
Movie Hunter says no, I don't want it.
He's going to donate it to charity.
Fine.
See,
I don't even want it. I'm trying to give it away, and I don't even,
You know, it's bad you can't even give it away.
Bring it to Goodwill.
This last year has been interesting. It's definitely been a learning curve for me. I mean, I'm not the most technologically prone person. Learning how to edit videos, learning how to do thumbnails and all that's been interesting. Probably my hardest thing I've done so far was actually that montage. Is there anything you guys have learned over the last year that seems interesting or has been difficult?
So for me, actually just getting the whole concept of hosting live streams, that was that was something. It's been a blast, but it's been a learning curve the whole way. Like even last night, the learning curve on having too many people for having the clip next to it, so I had to keep taking myself out to put myself back in. So it's all learning.
Great.
And that copyright strike right in the middle of the stream was interesting as well.
Yeah,
I've never seen that happen.
The man took
the montage thing you were talking about. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
I was going to say the montage thing you were talking about. That's the one thing I haven't mastered yet. I really hadn't took the time to really learn how to do that yet. So that's something I definitely want to add to some of my live streams. But my live streams either have the generic countdown clock, or I got the 24 from the show 24, the Jack Bauer show. I got that 24 clock or that 60-minute clock that goes down. It's aggravating as hell. But I need to learn how to do a montage. Something like what you just did. So that's the only thing I still haven't quite figured out yet.
10 years ago on YouTube, you could literally just steal a clip. You could download it or clip it and all that, and you had it. And now you can't do that. So I had to go. I had to go around the wheel to figure out how to get around that to do it. And I ended up having to download a different program. I had to actually video record the actual screen and then move it over to the editing software. It was a pain in the rear. Like it wasn't as simple as I thought it was going to be, but
yeah,
it happens.
I actually made a montage that was just a fancy countdown clock, and I'm a paid member over on Canva, Canva.com. That's what I use to make my thumbnails with. Well, I found out they have music on there. That's for the paid members, whatever. So I grabbed some of the music that I liked. I threw it on the countdown clock, and I did a live stream. After the live stream was over, I noticed I had a copyright strike, or warning, or whatever you call it, because that music. Yeah. It's like, what are you talking about? I'm a paid member. I should be able to use that music. So whatever. So I ain't quite figured that out yet.
Yeah, I don't. When people say the music is free to use, that they make free to use music. I used the free to use music, gave them credit, and still got a copyright claim from a label that had nothing to do with them, apparently.
Yeah, I know there for a while the music was hitting everybody. Like people were filing copyright claims on stuff that wasn't even theirs. It was just because it was music. And there was a big issue with that for a little bit. But I use Canva as well. That's what I use my thumbnails and to do all that stuff with too. And I really like that program. It works. It's nice. Got a lot of options.
I like it a lot. Yeah.
Let's see. What else we got here? And we can go ahead and favorite moments, pickups and releases. one thing I left out of the montage, I got to say thank you to 4K Media Guy out there in California. I was on his show one time, did an interview with him. That was pretty nice. I was on Johnny's Boutique, his questions thing. We had a bunch of technical difficulties, so that didn't go too well, but it still went. Probably the running Apex joke throughout the first part of the year was probably one of the more memorable things, I think, that happened.
I saw at Barnes & Noble the other day. I was like, oh, I kind of want to get it.
That actually came from one of my streams too, and I can't remember which one. But yeah, Ken picked that during the stream, and I can't remember. But yeah, that was a very memorable moment, though. He beat that into the ground. He beat that horse as much as he could.
I even made an award sizzle reel on my channel for it. But...
yeah,
it's the gift that keeps on giving. But yeah. I don't know what my God. I've had so many great moments. Like I said, meeting people in general is just like I've made a whole new group of friends online that I would never meet in real life beforehand. And who knows? Maybe I'll go movie hunting with some people. Like it's really cool. All the live streams I've been on is amazing. I actually got to finally do my own 1v1 movie collection battle. I really was excited for that. So there's been a lot of great moments. I've had a blast this past year. Seriously, it's been great.
Yeah, I have done 2 of those movie battles, and I am 0-2. But on both of the battles, it came down to the very last movie, and I just didn't pick I picked the movie that I still feel is a better movie, but I think the audience that was watching didn't appreciate it as much. Like the last battle, I picked Invasion of the Body Snatchers, like the 70s version, and I think the average person in the audience that was watching wasn't even born then. So, and
it's tough with what you pick in there.
Yeah.
I had to play longer than me, so it's hard to gauge.
Yeah. I am 2.5 a loss because of the tag team battle. That's
only half a loss. I got you.
Interesting. Yeah. That was an interesting. That was a really fun night doing that. I wish Ben Buster was here. I knew going into that we didn't have much of a chance, but it was still fun doing that. And my first battle, I was nervous as heck. I did not think I would win at all because I was going against Tony Has 9 Fingers. And he was, I think, pretty much had a good basis on IG and YouTube. And I was like 4-1 underdog or something like that and ended up winning that. And then I went against Martinez Joe, which I was like, I think at a 3% chance to win, and that beating him on that, which I could not believe. But the movie battles are so fun. I'm glad 4K does those.
Yeah, they're blessed. I really like those.
Yeah.
But they're all dead. Yes, they're all dead.
That tag team though against Ken and Tony, the final round, and even though we lost, like I went against Tony every round. It was 6 rounds of me and Tony. I won 3, he won 3. So the fact that I came even against Tony, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
That's a win.
This collection's insane.
Yes, it is. Hey, speaking of, there is the Ben Buster himself out busting bins.
What's going on, Ben?
We got Anthony's Horror More in the chat.
Anthony, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, but the battles, I mean, like I said, that was the main reason I wanted to start YouTube. But then once I actually got into it, because like I said, started YouTube in July. My first battle wasn't until October, November. I forget when it was. So I kind of had a while to like stew, meet people, do videos, kind of get, where I was going on YouTube, which I still haven't figured out where I'm going on YouTube. Like I don't have a weekly schedule or anything of exactly what kind of videos I'm going to do, but it's been fun. It has been really fun. Everybody's been supportive. And I mean, outside of just one incident, which I'm not going to talk about, I have not met one bad person at all. So that's been fantastic as well.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, the community is absolutely amazing. Like I'd say it's like 99.9% amazing, and every hobby will have those stick in the mud, stick up their ass type people. But this hobby is pretty great. The people are awesome.
Unless you're a Criterion collector.
Oh
Yeah.
oh my God. That freaking response. Oh my gosh. I don't know what was up with that person.
Yeah. It's just funny because those are the people who don't care and like, why are you watching this in the first place? How did you find this to comment that?
Like I get the point, okay, yeah, Criterion, we do wait for the sale because they are expensive.
Yeah.
But it's a collection of movies that you wouldn't get anywhere else. Go find a Blu-ray in the States of half of this stuff that's not a Criterion. You're not going to find it. And I see where people get the stuck-uppery about it, but Criterion is probably one of my favorite labels just because there's so much stuff.
Yeah. They're the original boutique label.
Yeah,
yes.
Been around for 38 years.
Yeah. Speaking of Criterion, I loved your video, Derek, on that because I actually learned a few things on there. I didn't even realize that they did a VHS and beta and all that other stuff too. Like that was an amazing video.
If I could find one of those, it'd be great. I didn't know that's all like last year during the sale. I just happened to find out and I'm like, cool, because I just wanted to see the list of the laser discs and see how many there were, and there was like 384 of them or something like that. Like, also 3 VHS tapes. I was like, oh, no. You're like, stop it.
It's also kind of weird to me though like I guess I can see that aspect that is snobbish or whatever, but I mean it's the same company that has Armageddon in their Criterion collection, so like
everyone's favorite.
They have general, like Oakjaw is not highbrow or anything like that. That's one of the more silly Bong Joon-ho movies. Like it's not all like highbrow sophisticated stuff. There's schlocky stuff in the Criterion collection. Like it's not all highbrow stuff. Like yeah, the Rock is part of it. Yeah.
Chasing Amy, RoboCop.
Yeah. So I don't get that whole, like, it's just they have a certain clientele they try to go towards, but there's all different types. You get literally every genre in Criterion collection.
Dazed and Confused. There's a good example.
Yeah.
That's definitely not
Election with Matthew Broderick. That is
Fast Times.
Yeah. There's just general Breakfast Club.
I mean, anything where you can go from Akira Kurosawa, and the only reason I'm saying that because he's like one of the only 4 names I know proficiently, to Wes Anderson, to Richard Linklater, to some of the better African directors they've been finally picking up lately, to Spike Lee, to just you're all over the place. And I mean, there's been some movies I found that I would never have found any other way, to be introduced to them. But speaking of releases, I guess, does everybody have a release they want to show they've picked up?
I have a stack of stuff, but if Alan wants to go before me,
I grabbed a stack of just random titles that I picked up this year. Now all these didn't come out this year, I don't think, but I grabbed them this year. This is probably, I'm sure this is definitely probably my favorite thing I have right now. It's the Jaws.
Oh yeah.
UHD Club release. I was on.
I forgot I can blow people up.
Stop making a mess here. But there's kind of a better shot of the inside of it. But I was on Go to Blues Heat Street, and I seen him show this, and I had to go out looking for it. And I couldn't believe I found this on eBay for a lot cheaper than I thought it was going to go for. It's got that particular slip.
Yeah, that is a nice.
So this is probably my favorite thing, except for maybe my where's it at? My Clint Eastwood box set back there. This is my favorite piece right here.
I tell you, Jagoda is dangerous, man. He shows something.
Man, he costs me a lot of money, man. I'm waiting. He's going to get the bill in the mail. And I grabbed this from Amazon Germany. I know this is supposed to come out on 4K. This is one of those digibooks or whatever that Germany puts out.
Yeah.
So I was real happy to grab that. I love this movie. Big fan of The Hitcher.
Yeah, I can't wait. They've got a special edition of Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's coming out at the end of next month, and I've got it pre-ordered, and it looks fantastic.
I just grabbed this lid. I watched this like 2 days ago. I'm still trying to process it.
It's wild, right? It's absolutely
crazy.
Have you seen it? Have you seen it, Derek?
I haven't had a chance to see it. No, I was going to go buy it, but I haven't.
It's wild, man. It's crazy.
That's the fight scene about 2/3 of the way in was like the best thing.
Is that like in The Office?
Yes, that was the most unexpected thing I did not expect that at all.
So
There's a lot of things that I definitely did not expect. So,
what was that
Ricky
last one you
owed
showed
this-
out?
yeah, Ricky, I watched that. This is a great movie. A lot of fun. I was introduced to that this year. I grabbed the Still Book of the Kindred.
Oh,
Great
nice.
horror movie.
Oh yeah, I kind of want to get that one. I think it's sold out now, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. I think so. It came from Synapse, and I'm a big Vinegar Syndrome fan, but not as much as I used to be. If that makes any sense. But I picked this up. I'm a big fan of this movie here.
Nice. Yeah, I grabbed that too.
Johnny's a huge fan too, I hear, right?
No, he was not. And great release, Arrow. That's a fun movie.
Yeah. I remember watching Wild
And-
Things in the movie theater when it came out. I thought it was great at that time. I haven't rewatched it to see if it's still as good, but
It holds up, man. I really liked it, and I absolutely love this movie. One of my favorite steelbooks I got this year. With this slip, so, fun movie, and one of my favorite horror movies that's been released in theaters this year. Of course, now I know the 4K is supposed to be coming out, but I went ahead and grabbed the Blu-ray. I hate the way they do that. And I'm a big Scream Factory guy, and this is one of my favorite releases they put out this year. 4K of Alligator. I've said this before, but it's got the best special feature on here. That interview with Bryan Cranston.
Yeah, the fact that they got him back for that is crazy.
Yeah, and it's like a
Yeah,
30-minute interview if I remember correctly. It's great, man. And this here is a movie that it's a good movie, but this is the most beautifully shot movie I think I've ever seen.
The Proposition, right?
Yeah, I have the Philips Hue lights all in this room, and all the yellows and the landscape scenes in this movie. It just makes this room blow up with lights, man. It's the fun movie to watch in this room.
That's
it's a good Australian Western. So,
I just picked this up today for Mega Replay. They had a copy of it.
Oh, great.
And I wanted to check it out because I know Derek gave it high praises as well. So I seen it and I was like, I immediately jumped on it.
So, everyone knows I'm a big score person. Proposition is scored by Nick Cave and Warren Ellis. Huge fan of them. They're the ones that did Wind River. They did The Road. Like, they've done incredible scores, but they did Hell or High Water actually too. That's also them. Yeah, I just wanted to say that because I love those guys. So once I saw Proposition, it's like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
He directed that too, right? I think Nick Cave directed Proposition, didn't he? Or he wrote it or something.
If he did, I didn't know that.
It was written by Nick Cave and directed by John. I'm half blind. John Holiday, or
yeah, I knew he had something to do with it on the actual.
I didn't. He wrote it, so that's really cool.
And I just did an unboxing of this here. This is one of my favorite box sets. Imprints put out the After Dark.
Yeah, that's cool.
So it's got some great movies. It's got After Dark, My Sweet, which I've never seen. Mortal Thoughts is a good movie. Rush, which is why I got the box set. One False Move, Flesh and Bone, and Twilight. That's a great set. So that's all I got right now.
Reach through and take that. I want it.
Hey, Tim, before you jump in, Tim, I'm going to grab the chat real quick and run through here real quick, see what we got. So we got Chandler. Chandler's in everybody's streams, everybody's chats.
Yes, he is.
Always supporting everybody. Thank you very much. Let's see. But they're all dead. Yeah. They're all dead. How can you lose on that? That everybody is dead. Those movie battles are a blast. I love the creativity that goes in creating the questions. Yeah, that's one thing. I asked 4K about that one day behind the scenes to see how, if he was having issues coming up with new questions. He said, no, everybody's always throwing him questions, through IG and all that, and it's great. There's the Bin Buster by saying hi to everybody. Great community. Really enjoyed watching everyone's content. Thank you, Chandler. Let's see, Silence of the Lambs. Armageddon got a Criterion DVD. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Don't fight Alan on the Armageddon.
Well, I'm ready. Anytime y'all want to argue, I'm ready.
Tim only grabs a few releases every couple months. I doubt he has anything to show.
Nope, nothing.
That Jaws release is amazing. Let's see. Alan sleeps with that damn Jaws set.
Don't judge me.
Hey, we got Caveman in the house. Happy
Caveman?
birthday. Well, thank you, Caveman. Yeah, Ricky O was crazy fun. I watched that a long time ago, and I need to pick up the release and rewatch it. Let's see.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, Ricky O was a winner. Standard edition with slip still available. Yeah, I almost bought it. I got an order coming in from 88 Films. Or no, Terracotta Distribution. One of the two. One of them that had it, and I almost picked it up, and I cut it for some reason. We got John, Mr. Plaid X, the 5. I think. Let's see. Alan just had his. Tim, you've been on there. I've been on there. Derek, you're next.
I'm next.
One day you'll be on there.
This will be very repetitive then.
But no, I love John's that 5. That's probably one of my favorite things to watch when he does that. And John's just a great guy. Probably the most laid back, happiest guy I've ever met.
I really enjoyed doing that the other day, man. That was great.
He's a teddy bear.
Yeah, I love talking with John about like classic movies because there's certain people that really dig the classic stuff. So I love talking with him about that.
Yeah.
We'll get Miss Mika in the house. Hey, Mika.
Hey, Mika.
She's always checking everybody out too. Yep. See, Everything Everyone All Wants Crazy, but really good. Love that Wall Things 4K edition from Arrow. Yeah, it looks nice. I need to watch it sometime soon. So before we get to Tim, let me get out of here. I'm not proficient with this stuff yet. There we go. So let's do another giveaway. How about that? How about question number 2 is going to be for the Universal Soldier 4K code. Universal Soldiers just came out. So anybody that wants to answer in the chat, first one to answer correctly, who was the director of Universal Soldier?
While you wait on that, I just want to say for Everything Everywhere All at Once, because I didn't know what I was getting into when I watched it. I love how it's this weird sci-fi type movie, but the core of the story, you could just rip that out and you have a fantastic A24 drama movie. Like it's so relatable, but it's thrown into this weird sci-fi story. It is there's nothing like it. It's like a one of a kind movie. It's wild.
Yeah, that's what blew me away the most was the whole family aspect of it. And I can never remember his name, but Data, Short Round. Like him coming out of retirement to star in this, I felt like he was even more the glue than what Michelle Yeoh was. Like I thought he even accelerated above her, and I love Michelle Yeoh. So that's even like coming from me, I think that's even something to say.
And what a strange role for Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yes, it was.
Oh, yes.
I believe that was her when I saw the movie.
I finished that movie, though, and I had to look who the guy was. And then when I saw you Short Round, I'm like, oh, my God, that's why you look so familiar. I'm looking at, like, he still looks the same as he did when he was a child, but it didn't click with me because he hasn't been acting in how long. Yeah. So that was
maybe feel really old because, in my mind, he's still Short Round. You see the Goonies a million times and Indiana Jones a million times. Like, damn, I must be really old if he's that old.
So we do have a winner. The director of Universal Soldier is indeed Mr. Let's Destroy Everything himself, Roland Emmerich. I'm not even going to spell check that because I can't even spell it.
So you spelled it wrong, you don't get it.
Yeah. So, Mockbuster, I will hit you up later on IG to get you that 4K code. Let's see who else we got in here. Vince La Francesca. I can never pronounce his last name right. Hey. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. So far, I think that's consensus across most of the board that Everything Everywhere All at Once is probably about everybody's favorite release this year, I would say.
That has an actual release, I would go with that. Yeah, I loved Top Gun and Black Phone just a tick more, but they don't have releases yet. So, but Top Gun, I imagine that 4K is going to be incredible. That movie was holy cow. It was something special.
Yeah, and I need to see Black Phone. That's one of the ones I wanted to see this year, and I want to see Top Gun, but I'm just going to wait until they both come out on physical.
Yeah, same here. So. You can rent one already, I think, digitally, but
Top Gun is this rare example of like a blockbuster being done like perfectly. I mean, we just did the practical effects stream, and so much of that is done practically, and it's crazy. Like there's a scene in there where the jet takes off, and it was only filmed once because the like sonic boom of the jet blew the set apart. So that one shot is in the movie.
Well, lens cap was on.
it's just Top Gun's something special though. I don't see anything beating Top Gun for me so far this year. I really don't.
Yeah.
All right, Tim. What releases were you going to go over for the last year or so?
Okay. Well, because of the whole movie room moving thing, there's a lot of stuff that's kind of buried behind other stuff. But I did pick out some stuff that I really enjoyed. Northman is an outstanding 4K. Like, I loved this 4K. I liked the movie quite a bit. It's, where was it? Like maybe 5th or 6th for my ranking so far this year. But the 4K is, wow, it's good. This is my very first Indicator box set. So I thought that was pretty cool. Who was it? Tony showed this. When I was on Ken's stream for the roundtable, Tony showed this, and I literally ordered it on the stream. I didn't even know it existed. I like Humphrey Bogart a lot, so that was really cool.
You buy a lot of stuff during streams, don't you?
I do. I really do. This Double Indemnity, crazy great release. Like, it is fantastic. Right there towards the top of what Criterion's released this year. Looks great. Classic movie. Older release, but picking that up off Mercari, man, I love this steelbook. It's so killer.
Yeah, great remote.
The Singing in the Rain, I just keep showing this thing off because it is it's gorgeous.
Yep.
No, is that the Zabby one?
Yeah, the one that it was like leaked that it was coming to Best Buy, and then it just never did. I remember people were going to Best Buy looking for it that morning, and it just never came here. And last of the movies, I mean, this set is just crazy. I really
forgot to show mine. I had it on the floor.
Yeah, I really enjoyed. These looked fantastic. They're incredible movies. And I just because I just picked these up at Barnes & Noble too, a couple of book things. I adore Snowpiercer. I picked up the art making of Snowpiercer. So that's cool. And one of my favorite actresses, Doris Day, was incredible. So I just picked up this book, just came out. Really cool, coffee table book about her life and the movies she's been in. So yeah, those are some of my favorite things that weren't buried.
Yeah, I'm glad I held off on the Godfather sets because they just announced the 4K steelbooks are coming out later this year. So I'm kind of happy about that. Even though I don't want to upgrade my set for like the third or fourth time.
Right. Yeah, I didn't get it yet.
Why not? Why not, Derek?
The standard set just screamed half off on Black Friday to me, just by the look of it and how like mediocre the box set was. So I was like, yeah, I'll get it on Black Friday. I would have got it on Prime Day, but I just didn't want it.
Is that big set still available, or I don't even know? Is it still available?
No, just a regular set. I mean, like the standard 4K set. Because like that'll be like $40 on Black Friday. I'm not paying $100 for that.
I bought the big one because everyone knows I'm a big sucker for like art prints and posters and stuff.
Cool.
I'm a huge fan of the artist that did the art prints inside the box set. So I would have paid the box set price just for those art prints. So I was getting it regardless.
Yeah.
I think they're really cool. I like those.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have not got to watch The Northman yet. I'm waiting. Waiting on my Amazon Italy steelbook it just shipped. So I'll probably be getting it in like 3 weeks.
It's such a nice steelbook. I'm jealous because I really want it.
I gave you the link to it. You should have bought it.
I just didn't. Yeah, I know.
The one where he's like on the cliff, like looking over. Is that the artwork on it?
Yeah,
that looked really cool.
I mean, it borders on plain, but it still looks really cool. And I've heard nothing but good things about that movie. And I don't ever go to the movie theaters, but I got to wait until it comes out.
I think you'll dig the movie. A lot of people are comparing to Green Knight, and I didn't see Green Knight yet, so I don't have that comparison. But the performances in Northman were really good. But the cinematography and the score, fantastic. Especially the cinematography. I mean, that is a gorgeous looking movie all around.
Yeah. Green Knight's gorgeous. That was my favorite movie of last year. I mean, that movie blew me away.
I gotta get
I have it on the shelf, and I have not watched it yet. My list of movies I gotta watch is so long now.
Oh, yeah, mine too. You got anything, Derek?
Oh, well, I got Hell or High Water. Steelbook.
Great one. Great one.
This is my favorite movie of 2016, so I'm going to show it even though it already got shown because it's amazing. And I got Alligator because it's the only Scream Factory 4K I've owned that I've actually had the chance to watch, and it is gorgeous.
Yep.
So I highly recommend it. And Wild Things. I'm just going to pick all the ones we did. I put them in order. I said that I rearranged all the same crap. But I actually had a chance to watch this finally, and it looked fantastic, and I enjoyed the movie very, very highly. Recommend it. But my first import I've ever gotten was this year, thanks to you guys making it sound, intriguing. Got Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer from Arrow.
Nice.
Movie. It's, it's not one you want to show the parents when they're in town or anything. But I've always loved the movie and the style of movie. I want to get Man Bites Dog really bad, but it's only available on Criterion DVD, which is ridiculous at this point. I really hope they re-release it. But yeah, this is a very cool set, and it's kind of like the Big Drive set, which that's what's next. With has there's got the entire storyboard of the film and the standard Arrow booklet in there too. But then this drive set is ridiculous for anyone.
That drive set is insane.
You got great taste, man.
It's just so cool. Like I've seen the movie multiple times. I haven't had a chance to rewatch it, but
you haven't watched it 4K yet.
The music on that sounds so good with the tracking on there. It's so good. Such a fun.
And that after about 15 minutes in, when they do the overshot of Los Angeles or whatever it is with all the neon lights and all that, oh my god, it looks so beautiful.
I'm gonna tip up my screen real quick. I love that drive print. One of my favorites.
It's such a good soundtrack. I think I'll watch that this weekend because my kid's gonna be out of town with my dad at the cabin. So I'm like, I'm gonna watch Drive finally. And a couple of schlocky picks, but they're just so damn cool. Miami Connection from Vinegar Syndrome, the Slipbox 4K. This movie's hilariously bad. I'm going to do a 3-month semi-inspired specifically by that. And then these VSUs or whatever.
Cloak and Dagger.
This says, I honestly haven't seen the movie yet, but the packaging in this is the most creative packaging I've probably ever seen. If anyone who hasn't seen it, because it's a magnetic clasp, that pops open. But the slipcover itself looks like an old Atari game. It's got the little Vinegar Syndrome.
That is cool.
And then the case opens up and it's an Atari cartridge. So it's just
awesome.
Instruction manual. And I've heard good things about it. It's just one of those 80s movies that I, for some reason, didn't grow up on, I guess. And this Exorcist Betamax tape I found. This is really cool.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
That is cool.
I have more common things. But you don't see, 40-year-old Exorcist Betamax tape lying around too often.
No.
Yeah. No, you don't. I'm surprised you didn't show all of your Superman Betamaxes.
Yeah, I haven't shown that one. That's why I grabbed that one. I got them. Supergirl's the best one.
Let's see. Who we got here? We got some... Am I messing up something here? Huck's in the house. We got 4K D-Ray in the house as well. Hey, Mr. 4K D-Ray. Again, thank you for inspiring me to do YouTube. Yeah, here's Huck. Hey, lovely people. Great seeing y'all. Awesome people on here. His trivia night. Awesome. Alan beat me into the ground on the very premiere episode. That was fun.
I'll do a champions and a loser soon, just for fun.
Yes.
When it comes to interactive, streams between the movie collection battle and now the trivia, I got 2 streams I really look forward to because they're more interactive, and I love watching those. They're by far my favorite streams to watch.
Well, since you both said Hell or High Water, we'll go ahead and give away the Hell or High Water 4K code. All right. Let's see. For Hell or High Water 4K code, if you guys want to answer in the chat, the question is, name the other 2 movies in the American Frontier trilogy. So you got Hell or High Water and 2 other movies.
The 2 I need to buy still, for some reason.
What?
But they're both great.
Fantastic.
Yes. All these are good. Why do I only have this one? That is my favorite of the 3.
I'll be honest. The first time I watched Hell or High Water, I just could not get into it. It was just too slow for me.
Oh, yeah.
And then I rewatched it, and it was, for some reason, I guess I was just in a different mood, and it hit. Every scene was great. The action was great. The dialogue was great and everything. I don't know what my issue was the first time I watched it.
It's not the right mindset for a movie like that.
I'd say Sheridan is legitimately the best current writer going. Like, he doesn't miss writing wise. I don't think his dialogue. Like, I'll take his dialogue over like Sorkin and something. Like, it's great.
He's super talented, man. His movies are they're great.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a bad one.
All right. We do have the winner, Cinema Studies, Sicario and Wind River. That is correct. I will hit you up on Instagram. I'm pretty sure we follow each other on Instagram.
Wind River, that movie hits pretty hard too. Like, I like the direction it went and the way it ended. Some people gave it a lot of flack for the way it ended. I loved it. That's such a great movie.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, Cinema Studies. I'll get that to you either tonight or tomorrow after the stream, something like that. Let's see who else we got in here. Courtney Richmond. What don't you want?
What don't you want? That's the wife. We love it.
Oh, okay.
What don't? You don't want the corn, or you don't want the green beans. So what don't you
my
want?
favorite pickups
That's the best scene in the movie to me. I love that scene.
American Werewolf in London box set. That American Werewolf in London box set was very, very nice.
Yeah,
I have the
Ben,
Blu-ray.
you were just a little slow. I'm sorry. We got Mr. Jared Runner in the house.
Hey,
He's
Jared.
been finally watching a lot of movies lately, so he's catching up.
Yeah,
good.
I actually really like. He'll pull the no vote, haven't seen it, but he's not afraid to then go and watch the movies. Like, he's filling in, he's watching all these classics for the first time. It's really cool.
Charlie Chan movie, according to his Instagram.
All right. Let's see where we at. This is still weird trying to run this thing. I guess I'll go ahead and get some of my favorite things. Of course, I do a lot of thrifting videos. I definitely hit my super mega replay every week, and I do have several vendor malls around me, which I'm blessed with that because I know there's people that don't have anything.
Yeah,
but of course, I already showed it. This is probably, probably my second favorite box set I picked up this year, and the only reason that's number 2 is because this is number 1. And I know I've showed this off before, but this is it Manolab? I think it's Manolab. I've done forgot. One Click box set. I love this thing. I love this movie. And it by far is probably one of my favorite steelbook things that I own. If I can get in there without dropping it out again.
I was looking at One Clicks today on Mercari, and there's a Gladiator one. I'm like, ooh, I kind of want that.
Yeah, they got a few I want, but they're pricey.
Oh yeah,
what a great set, man! What a great set.
Yeah, even though mine's got a little dent in it, which I don't care. Yeah. I'm not that big on dents. Like, unless the box is literally smashed, and it's just like super annoying. But when they announced this, I was blown away that they were going to do a whole box set of just Shaw Brothers goodness, and they did really good on the titles they put in here. Because there's only like maybe a couple like super well known, like the 5 Venom stuff, and is it one of the one-armed ones? I forget which one it is in there. But I'd never seen the Chinese Kid or the Mighty Peking Man, and they were in here. I loved it. I can't wait for Volume 2 to come out.
The greatest title on that set is Dirty Ho. Don't forget about Dirty Ho, man. Don't sleep on Dirty Ho.
No, Dirty Ho is good. The Dirty Ho is good.
Yeah, I was home sick one week, and I watched 4 of those back to back, and that's all I've watched in the set so far.
I know you were nervous about it. You kept asking me,
and they were great.
Yeah, you kept asking, am I going to like them? Yeah, you're going to like them. They're just good.
I had a blast. I
quality martial arts movies.
Yeah.
But probably my favorite Korean movie behind Old Boy. I was so happy when the guy about 3 hours north of me said he had this. I guess it was 2 hours north. And he wanted to do a trade. I was very happy to give away a steelbook to get this thing. But I Saw the Devil. If nobody's ever seen this, it's a fantastic movie.
Yeah. I've seen it on streaming. I do not own that, but I need to grab that.
But probably my favorite actual pickup was where I just completely ripped off Mega Replay on Black Friday and got this for $20. Criterion World of Wong Kar-wai box set. They had it for $39.99. They had misstickered it because the other two sets they had in there were $119 a piece. And I got it for $20 because on Black Friday they run 50% off, and the manager was not happy with whoever stickered it. That's actually when Black Friday was when me and that manager really started talking about stuff, and I found out he's a collector also and all that. Now he calls me by name every time I come in the shop, but I haven't broke into this yet, but I can't wait. I mean, even 50% off on the Criterion sale, it's still $100. So I think I got a complete steal at 20.
Yeah.
And my two things, these both were grails for me in the steelbook collecting. Of course, everybody knows I collect steelbooks, but these two are grails that I've been looking for forever, and I finally got them both at great prices. Got some good Denzel movies. These are my two favorite. Man on Fire. Oh, that's Training Day. Man on Fire, for me, irks out Training Day just by a touch. But they're both good. I know that's blasphemy because Training Day is the best movie ever, but
I love Training Day.
I gotta start going through some of my Grail Steelbooks. I really want. I think it's Manta Lab, but you see that Fifth Element one that's purple that has the elements on the front. That thing looks incredible, and I keep seeing it. I just want to click buy on it. I don't remember which company it was. I want to say Manta Lab, but
I'm pretty sure it is Manta Lab.
It's gorgeous, though. I really want that.
But yeah, getting into that stuff gets expensive. But that's what I started doing. I pretty much cleared up everything I wanted to get. I just had a couple grails on. I think I've got like 4 more I need to pick up, but it's just a matter of finding them and actually get them at a good price. That's the only downfall to buying steelbooks. No, it's not the only downfall. Room, weight, protection, everything else. But let's see. Why don't we go ahead? Oh, what did I just do? There we go. I don't know what I'm doing here. We'll just do another giveaway. How about that? What did we do? We did Hell or High Water. How about that? Untouchables 4K code. Which has anybody? Did you all pick up the Untouchables 4K?
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, I kind of wish I did.
Yeah, I threw it in for about. I threw it in and skipped to like the second or third scene or whatever just to see what it looked like, and it looked fantastic. So again, if you want to answer in the chat, who plays Kevin Costner's, Elliot Ness's younger right-hand man, George Stone, in this movie?
And he's darn good in it too.
Yes, he is.
But
and don't anybody say Sean Connery because he wasn't younger than Elliot Ness.
But I love the whole movie, and the stairway scene it's really fun to watch. But my gosh, did they really drag out the baby going down the steps during it?
Yeah.
It's
the Odessa step sequence.
Yeah, but
I forget what.
Really cool movie.
Is it Battleship Potemkin? What that scene is from originally? I think.
Oh, I don't know.
Down the stairs, slow motion scene. Yeah, I think it's Battleship Potemkin. And then they did it again in one of the gun movies.
And we got Ben Buster with the correct answer. That is Andy Garcia, whatever happened to Andy Garcia? Does he even still do anything anymore?
He just did that Parenthood remake or whatever. Is that what it was? On like Netflix or one of those streaming services?
Yeah. Oh. And he pops around in a lot of supporting roles.
Yeah. The baby scene though, that definitely it's like cut to the baby and boom. Yeah. It's like how many stairs are there? Like it turned into a 15 staircase into like a 30 staircase
going up.
Yes. That was a really
good I think it's the Odessa step sequence. You should Google it. I'm pretty sure it's Battleship Potemkin. I don't know if I'm crazy.
Oh, I believe you. You're usually right. Your knowledge is stupendous, sir.
No.
Let's see.
Too bad my wife went outside. She would have heard you say that. I said it 5 minutes ago.
Let's see. Finally picked up Extreme Prejudice today. Vestron. Okay, that's that Vestron release that just came out. And Angel Heart Steelbook. I picked up the Angel Heart Steelbook as well.
Yeah. Angel Heart Steelbook was great, man.
I grab Angel Heart tomorrow. So.
Yep. I Saw the Devil Rocks. I'm glad people agree with me on that. I Saw the Devil is a great film. Very brutal. It is. That's, I know I say I watch a lot of Asian cinema and all that, but the Korean stuff has been by far, besides the old school martial arts stuff that South Korea has been putting out has been insane. Like I Saw the Devil, Old Boy, Bittersweet Life.
They gave us Train to Busan, which is arguably the best zombie movie in quite a while. Like,
yes,
great.
Yeah, I just watched The Sadness, and The Sadness is hardcore. If you guys hadn't seen that, it's hardcore.
Yeah. Good things.
Yeah, I've been wanting to pull the trigger on that, but I have not yet. But yeah, it's just I love how they write their stories. It's very upfront. There's usually not a whole lot of twists, and how it's going to end is how it's going to end. There's not like, oh, the hero jumped in and saved the day, or people die, and there's a lot of sadness. And I love that about it. Like it's very like the opposite side of the coin from American movie making. And I know I've said that plenty of times.
I found for some reason I've been gravitating a lot towards Norwegian movies for some reason. Norway makes some pretty badass movies. So I find myself, if I see Norway made it, I'm going to give it a chance. I've seen a lot of great stuff from them.
Yeah. That Bergman Cinema set, I went to Barnes & Noble today and did a video while I was in there, and that's the first time I've actually seen the Bergman set in person. And I didn't realize how big it is. I mean, that sucker's like huge, like massive.
What is it? 30 movies or something like that?
30 or 35 or something like that. Between 25 and 35 movies. Yeah, it's insane.
I've debated getting it, but I'm like, I'm not going to have time to watch it.
Here we go, Jared. Never seen The Untouchables. You need to fix that, Jared. It's actually a really good movie. Yeah. And would you say it's semi-historically correct? I mean, they do have some liberties, but overall it is kind of the good story about Elliot Ness.
It touches on Prohibition pretty well. Prohibition is a fascinating period of time. I love watching Prohibition and great stuff. And yeah, that scene is crazy, and it shows you you're 2 minutes into the film, and you're like, this movie has balls because of where it goes in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah. Andy Garcia failed to take on Father of the Bride. Oh, failed in his take on Father. Okay.
Father, that the other Steve Martin movie. Okay, I was wrong.
Yeah. Yes, twins are in the top row. We know. I almost said something to Tim yesterday about maybe we should move me and Alan apart so it doesn't.
That's to not confuse people.
Yeah, if you've never seen The Chaser, check it out. It's one of the best. I'm looking for The Chaser. The Blu-ray, I think, is non-existent in North America. You can find a DVD, but it's still like $25. I've heard nothing but good things about The Chaser. Like, it's supposed to be really, really good. And yeah, The Man from Nowhere. Yeah, here comes Culture. He knows his stuff too.
Yeah, he does.
What's up,
yeah, The Man from Nowhere. I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard that's really, really, really good.
Ooh, Seven Steel. That's great one.
Yeah, that man, that was one I was going to pick up today, and I did not do it.
I picked up
that's got its own release. Yeah,
BFI 4K. I think it was BFI. I got the 4K for it.
Yeah,
I want to say that's what it was.
Yeah, BFI just put out the 4K, and then I think people were saying it was just a little bit better than the Criterion release, like as far as quality. I guess they got some supplements that the Criterion doesn't have, and vice versa on that. But
that's why I'm definitely keeping my Night of the Hunter Criterion, because Kino is bringing out the 4K. But there's a chance that both of them are going to have a little bit different features, and I love Night of the Hunter.
All right, I'm trying to figure out. Let's see. I don't know if I can do this or not. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I was going to share something there, but risk it. So, let's see. Just got a question. Ryan, have you checked out Temple Grandin yet? No, I've got it on my list. I'm looking for it. I need to. I guess I could probably just find it online. I didn't think about that to watch that. Caveman, give me a good thing. There was a movie I watched with Jet Li that John over at PlayDex2 had mentioned was Ocean's Heaven. It's Jet Li in a non-fighting role for once, where he has an autistic son and he basically is dying, and he's got to set up his son's life so he's taken care of. And this Temple Temple Grandin is actually based on a true story about an autistic woman that gets into designing cattle stuff, like to help the flow of cattle, and like she has like this intense like connection with cattle, and she's autistic, and it's supposed to be a really good movie. I watched the trailer; it looks really good. I need to find it and watch it. Yeah. See, we can't stop talking about Criterion. I love Asian cinema. Has anyone seen the Japanese film Drive My Car? Comes out Tuesday, and I can't wait.
I will be buying the Criterion though.
Yeah. Kids.
I had it on mute until right with that. He saw this. I had it here waiting for you. He got all excited.
Let's see. We'll go ahead and pop another one of these out here real quick. Where are we at? Giveaway time. Woo-hoo. The Batman 4K code.
I still have to watch that. Like I feel like everyone in the world has seen it. I have the Steelbook. I haven't dedicated the 3 hours to it yet.
Yeah, I haven't watched it since I bought it, but I watched it in theaters and I liked it a lot. It's good.
The 3 hours went by fairly quick. It went by fairly quick. I enjoyed it. I did not like Pattinson's Bruce Wayne side. Like they really didn't delve into the Bruce Wayne side a whole lot, but his Batman was excellent.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell was excellent as the Penguin. I thought that was great. I liked Paul Dano.
Never bad.
Yeah. I felt the third act kind of fell apart a little bit, though, and I don't think they utilized Zoe Kravitz Catwoman as well as they should have. That's just kind of my critique on it. All right, so the question for the Batman 4K code, you can answer in the chat. Who's my favorite Batman?
So, Ryan, did you see it at home or did you see it in theaters?
I just wait until it came out on Steelbook.
Because I'm finding, so I watched No Way Home at home, and I didn't see it in theaters, and I liked it a lot, but I didn't love it to the extent of everyone, and I was wondering if it was because I missed the theater experience for that one, and I didn't know if Batman had that same translation, because, like I said, people were, like, amazed by No Way Home, and I'm like, it was good.
Yeah.
I seen No Way Home in the theater. Yeah, I seen it in theater. I thought it was good. Because I came out and I immediately gave it 5 stars in my review. But looking back, I think it was more like a 4.5 star movie. Way too much fan service, and they underutilized the villains. But I could see watching that at home not having as good of an experience.
Yeah, I basically I finished it. I'm like, I think I probably like it the most of the Tom Holland ones, but it doesn't come near like Spider-Man 1 and 2 from Raimi's trilogy. Like I think those are significantly better.
Ben Buster's cheating, man. Or are you just telling everybody who's the actual Batmans? I'm 43 years old, so it should give you a really good hint of who my Batman is. Because I think Batmans are really age dependent.
I who played him in the black and white serials.
No, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good, and the sound design on it is fantastic, and the score choice was, I thought, really, really elevated the movie.
Yes, I actually bought the Mondo score for the Batman because I was afraid of it selling out, and I was like, well, if I watch this movie and I love it, I'm going to regret not getting the score. So I did buy the score, and who knows if maybe that'll come before I even watch the movie. Who knows?
Oh, you haven't got it yet. The score is great, and the cinematography is really, really good too. So the two things you'll like it.
Yeah, that's the two things I really like.
As long as it doesn't get to you, I think you'll like it.
We Caveman is correct. It is Michael Keaton. It's who I grew up on. Tim Burton's Batman and Batman Returns is probably my 2 favorite Batman movies ever. So, Caveman, I will hit you up on Instagram and give that to you.
This is going to come across snobbish, but Keaton is the right answer all the time. He is the best Batman by far. I didn't.
When that movie came out, what was it, 89? That came out.
Yeah,
that was such a big deal, man. I remember going to theaters to see that. It was an event. It was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. Well, not only that, it probably had like the best McDonald's toys. Like every fast food restaurant had their own toys for it. Like the marketing for it was great, the toys for it was great, and everything.
The Prince song, Prince doing the music for a lot of it. I mean, it was That was a good
For,
time.
Jared Runner's comment about WB milking Batman dry. So I want to say I'm on a stream tomorrow with Bin Buster about superheroes that made us, and I'm going to be touching on the fact that I think Bruce Wayne is milked dry, but there's a particular character that is way underutilized that I love. So yes, I agree. Bruce Wayne, way milked, but there's another Batman out there that is definitely needs to be used.
Yeah, DC has amazing characters, and they keep leaning on the Batman story. See, I'm just not a DC person. I'm really not set for Batman. I love Batman, but
Me too. Yeah.
I honestly I couldn't tell you any DC characters besides like the main five, and like their villains, like Catwoman, the Penguin, the Joker, the Riddler, Poison Ivy, Mr. Freeze. Like that's really all I know. Let's see. Hey, My Killer Podcast is in the house. Hey, congrats on the 1 year YouTube. Whoop, whoop. Thank you very much, MKP.
What's up, man?
I wish I had the excitement level that she has. Her and Huck. Like, if you could bottle up their two energies, we could literally probably power the world like they do in, like, Monsters, Inc. Seriously.
Right.
Yes, Michael Keaton will always be my favorite Batman. He will be mine as well. I mean, I definitely like I like Christian Bale. I like Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne.
I don't like
this. Yeah, I like the style that Nolan gave it, but I do not like his Batman. I love his Bruce Wayne though.
I can't stand his Batman voice.
That was pretty good.
There was people that gave problems because Ben Affleck's used a voice changer, but like a voice changer makes way more sense than just talking in a deeper, gravelly voice. And it's not done well, I don't think. Everything about those movies is great besides his Batman. I just don't care for it.
Have you seen the Badman sketches like from a million years ago? No. I think they're like college humor sketches. You should look them up on YouTube. It's just can't remember the comedian's name, but he just makes fun of scenes from the Christian Bale Batman, and he does the voice like this. And he's just the biggest dumbass in the world, but it's hilarious. I don't want to say too much, but they're funny.
Vince disagrees with you. Bale will be his favorite Batman. Loved his deep voice. I understand why they did it that way. It sounds like he's smoking a pack of Marlboros an hour though.
Yeah,
that's got to mess up the voice after a while.
That's the great thing about movies, though. That is awesome that Vince. I mean, obviously, tons of people loved Bale's Batman. Those movies raked in a ton of money, but it just didn't work for me.
I just wonder what would have happened if Heath Ledger wouldn't have died, or if Heath Ledger would have never been considered for the Joker. If it would have been somebody else, how that would have impacted that whole series. If it would have made drastically did it, or if people just would have still ate it up.
I don't think it would have did near as well. I think it still would have did well, but not to the gargantuan levels and of like Heath Ledger being nominated, and he won, right? Did he post him again?
He won everything.
Yeah. Because Batman movies, it's important, to have a good Batman, but you also got to have a good villain. And him and Jack Nicholson in the original in the '89 Batman. I mean, that's two of my favorites. But the villain's just as important as Batman to me. To have a villain that pisses you off that you feel like there's some tension there that you care about.
Well, even like the Penguin, I thought Danny DeVito's Penguin was very well done. Cobblepot or whatever his name was.
Yeah,
Chester.
Yeah, Chester.
Perfect example, Mr. Freeze. Come on, man. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze. That just come on. You got the villain just as important as the Batman.
I like with Ben Buster's comment. He mentions about Clooney, Affleck being able to make like the perfect Batman. I thought Clooney's Bruce was really damn good, but it gets dragged down by his Batman is awful. Awful.
Batman is Bruce Wayne in a suit. Pretty much. I love that movie. So bad.
Yeah, Heath Ledger was a fan. He was. I've been going back and slowly watching some of his other stuff, and I didn't realize how good he was. But what I loved about what he did with the Joker was they really kept him away from a lot of the cast. And the first time they see him are like their genuine reactions when he's on scene with them. Like a lot of people didn't even see him before then, like the party scene. When he comes in to get Harvey Dent, when he's throwing the party for Harvey Dent or whatever, like a lot of those people had yet to see his character. And those are all genuine, like surprised. And Maggie Gyllenhaal was like scared to death when he was like holding her face because he was improvising most of that. And he was scary as Joker. I thought it was very well done.
He was great.
I forget what he's a politician who's in that scene, who's also in Batman and Robin, oddly enough. But he was like supposed to have a line when he comes out of the elevator, like you were just describing, and he was like so shocked by Heath Ledger, he just forgot what to say. They just kept going, and that's what's in the movie.
You guys ever see 10 Things I Hate About You? That's a Heath Ledger one. I really enjoyed that movie.
I picked up, is it Jerry? It's on the Shout Select line that's got him in it. I think it's Jerry.
Is he?
Oh, no. Jerry is the...
he's the Affleck.
Candy. Candy is the one that he's in. Yeah, I still need to watch that one. Jerry is the Ben Affleck.
That's right. Yeah, I have both of those up there. I watched either one of them. They're both up there.
Yeah.
Where he wanders through the desert for like 70 minutes or something. That's like all it is.
Hey, we got Dimension. I'm going to say his name right this time. Dimension Scott in the house. Believe it or not, Batman and Robin Guilty Pleasure was my introduction to Batman.
Is Batman and Robin, or is it Forever where he has the bat card, like a credit card that says Batman on it?
Batman and Robin. And it expires in forever. That's how good that's the expiration date. It's forever.
There's Mr. KB in the house. Looks like he's got his new logo up there. Hey, party people. Happy anniversary, Ryan. You're a righteous dude. Well, thank you, KB. KB is a super nice dude as well.
He's
very
awesome.
knowledgeable.
I talk to him almost daily on IG. He's an awesome guy.
Yeah, he actually hit me up the other day. You'll see actually some of my amateur art on his YouTube coming up soon. He asked me for that little placard that we do at the front with all the catch us at whatever. Because he didn't know I did. I threw him up a couple of different things. I did him a new logo, and it looks like, I think that's the logo I put up for him. I don't remember. I sent him a bunch of stuff anyway, but yeah, no. And that's the other thing I love about this community. If you need something, you need a thumbnail, or how to create something or bounce around ideas. Like that's the other thing I love about this. And people, it doesn't matter what time of the day it is. You hit somebody up on Instagram Messenger, it's like boom, you get an answer, and I love it.
Yeah.
Let's see. I had the toys, costume, and VHS as a child. I don't think I've ever dressed up as Batman. I've dressed up as Spider-Man once, I believe.
Me too. I was the Joker when the first Batman movie came out. I was Joker for Halloween.
Yep, new logo. Okay. Yeah, he was like, "Give me a round logo," so I made him a round logo, which was another thing I had to learn how to do on Canva because they don't quite explain it on Canva. They have a circular frame, and you're supposed to be able to just stick it over the picture you want, and it's supposed to automatically crop it out, but it doesn't. You've got to like double click and then hit this one button in order for it to actually turn it into a circle. It's a pain in the rear.
Not weird.
As a Zoomer, my first Batman was Christian Bale, but the first Batman I watched was Adam West.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I watched Adam West as a kid. I just thought it was corny as shit, and that was just me.
Yeah,
I loved it as a kid. I still love it.
Every day school, the Batman with Adam West was on. So I grew up on that. It was reruns then, but a lot of fun. It was corny as hell.
I did.
Especially now.
Was it Cesar Romero? Was that the one that played the Joker in the West?
Romero,
yeah.
I
liked his. Yeah. Because I think that's where Nicholson said he took some of his inspiration was from him, and then he made the rest himself.
Yeah, and the rest is just Jack Nicholson, pretty much.
All right, man, I don't know what to talk about. I guess I could give away another code. How about that?
Sure, why not?
Let's see, where are we at? We'll do. It's another giveaway time, folks. What number we are? We are on giveaway number 6, the Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent 4K code.
This is my number 4 of the year. I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. My gosh.
I have not watched it yet because I'm just strictly watching Criterion's this month. So as soon as this month ends, I've got like a list of like 7 things I got to watch immediately.
I did grab it though. I grabbed the Target
I,
one
still,
because
like, I haven't watched it, which is my common theme for this seems like.
I was legitimately like, I couldn't believe I would like it this much because a lot of Nick Cage's stuff over the past 10 years has been trash, essentially.
Yeah.
I loved this.
Well, that's it. He comes out with 10, straight to, video movies, and also, boom, he has a hit. And then 10 crappy movies, then he has a hit. That kind of seems to be his thing.
Yeah.
Every 7 years.
Well, he was digging his way out of it. He had Mandy, Willy's Wonderland, which was okay, and then Pig. Pig was fantastic. That was like, I think, my number 3rd or 4th movie of last year that I loved. And then now this is supposed to be really, really good. I just love that it's him playing him, making fun of himself, basically.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Go ahead. You give the answer.
Oh, no.
You answer the question.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, giveaway number 6. Question. Come on. What fruit can Nicolas Cage's character eat for hours?
Yes.
In Face Off.
That's an awesome question. But anyways, I didn't like Mandy. I think that the color timing and the cinematography, none of that worked for me, like, at all. And I felt so weird because all I'm seeing was universal praise online for the movie, and we watched. I'm like, oh, I can't wait, and I watched. I'm like, oh my god, I hate this. Like, I legitimately, I hated it. I sold the Blu-ray, and I don't really sell Blu-rays very much. I wish I liked it as much as everyone else. Seriously, it did not.
I get it. I didn't love it, but I enjoyed it. I mean, you gotta watch it like a 2-hour-long acid trip, and then it makes sense. That's all it is. It's an acid trip on the screen.
I bought the nice pink steelbook just so I could have a pink steelbook. But the movies, it's Nicolas Cage, like, just being crazy. But I understand what you're saying. The color timing is a little off on it, but I think that was more of a directive choice.
It was full on director choice. It was all like pinks and purples and reds, but like it just visually it was not appealing to me at all. I just really didn't like it. Maybe I needed
Ben
to be
Buster.
Yeah, just take a lot of acid.
Ben Buster loves his peaches.
Apparently. That's what I did.
No, I said that question because every time I hear anybody say peach, or if I see peaches, I always go peach. And nobody knows what the hell I'm talking about. They're like, Pete, what are you talking about, peach? I'm like, you got to see the movie.
Just carry copies of Face Off on you.
Well,
so Ben, you got that? I'll get that over to you with your other winnings, sir.
Speaking of Face Off, that movie that was mentioned on last night's stream, what was it? Eyes Without a Face, was it?
Yeah.
Where we watched. Yeah. I got to pick that up because oh my gosh, that was intense.
Yeah, it really was. For the time period, that's pretty hardcore for back then. Yeah, I got it in my cart right now. I haven't pushed the button yet, but I put it in my cart last night.
Yeah, I was going to pick it up today, but they didn't have a copy of it. Like I said last night, every time I've seen that, because the way the words, the font that it's written in, and against that background, it's hard to read what it was. So I just never looked at it. Now I know what it is. I'm definitely going to pick that up.
Yeah, that actually made me cringe. I mean, for a 1960s movie, like that was good.
Royale with cheese. Pulp Fiction is such a great movie. What Tarantino's got what one movie left that he's going to do?
So he says.
Oh yeah, he's got 10 movies and he's done 9 supposedly.
Yeah,
right.
I'm just wondering what it's going to be because I mean he did an old school western, 2 old school westerns basically. And then he did a period piece that he rewrote history.
Twice.
Yeah, twice. The end of that movie when he pulls out the damn flamethrower, I did not expect it. It was like 1:00 in the morning. I'm watching it, and I just started busting out laughing, and woke my girlfriend up. She was sleeping upstairs and heard me laugh. She's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "This is the best thing ever."
It's better every time I watch it too. I've only watched it a couple times, but
he was brilliant.
In theaters, I was like, "Yeah, that's pretty good." But then I watched it at home. I was like, "Yeah, I like it now." This just grows on you.
Up for like half the movie though. Like
yes,
you see that him testing it out, but then you see as he walks in, like midway through the movie, it's sitting next to the door. Like they keep hinting at the flamethrower for an awesome payoff at the end.
Yes. I just the whole last 30 minutes was great with I forget what character he plays now, but Brad Pitt's character just beating the crap out of the two people in the trailer, and the flamethrower comes out of nowhere. It's like, it's just great.
Yeah.
Such a good movie.
Yeah, I love it.
So I probably know the answer to this. What is everybody's favorite Tarantino movie? I think mine would probably be Pulp Fiction, tied with Kill Bill. Kill Bill and Pulp Fiction are like right there with together for me.
It's close for me.
Mine
but
wasn't
it's
Glorious
Pulp Fiction
Bastards
for me.
until I really Django, and then now I think it's Django for the last like 8 years or so.
I think I would lean Django also. Django is incredible. The Sam Jackson performance as a villain, and Leo when he smashes that glass.
Yeah,
that's actually like, the fact that he had the composure to pick glass out of his hand and keep going with the scene. That's incredible.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's yours, Alan?
I'm gonna say Pulp Fiction, but there's a razor thin line between that and most of the other movies. Pulp Fiction is going to be number one for me. That's what introduced me to Quentin Tarantino, and then I went back and watched Reservoir Dogs, and I was day one on every one after that. So yeah, I'm a huge Tarantino fan, but Pulp Fiction is still. I mean, that's the only poster I got on my wall of a Tarantino movie is Pulp Fiction. That's still gonna be my favorite.
I didn't think about that True Romance release that just came out. I should have mentioned that too, because that was fantastic. That was the first time I heard of Tarantino. I didn't have a clue who he was, and then I mean, after that, it was just everything good.
His writing was top notch.
Yeah, part of that True Romance turned into Pulp Fiction, and another part of that True Romance script turned into Natural Born Killers.
Yeah.
And,
I found Born Killers at the little pawn shop I used to work at last week too, so that was a nice little find. Because I know that one's not easy to get anymore.
I just rewatched the week before last, man. That's a crazy ass movie. Rodney Dangerfield, what a weird part for him to play.
but it's all right. He doesn't even like it. Tarantino doesn't like it. He thinks Oliver Stone kind of ruined it, I think.
Yeah.
I gotta
given
see
Oliver Stone
Kill Bill, A Whole Bloody Affair. Have any of you guys watched that cut yet at all?
I have not. No. I have not.
I haven't either. When you watch them separate, Kill Bill 1 is a freaking awesome movie. Kill Bill 2 felt like such a letdown after watching 1. So I'm wondering if watching them together as one big cut will make it seem better.
Yeah.
They're two very different movies.
And Tarantino loves this movie, and Daryl Hannah's character is inspired by this girl right here.
Yeah.
Thriller. If you watch this movie here, you see Daryl Hannah, that character. It's the same character. And so Quentin Tarantino is a big fan of this movie here. So,
and I like how like he's mixed the world, like how Pulp Fiction is the real world, and then how like he mixes his other movies are like the fictional world inside the real world and all that. How everything's tied together. It's I love that about him and his writing. Let's see. What format have you seen a movie on that would make David Lynch cringe? For me, it was a PSP UMD. Oh, Jesus Christ.
PSP UMD. Man,
so Blockbuster wouldn't fit the age range for it then to the PSP came out when I was in high school, and I remember going to GameStop and picking it up. I had so many freaking movies on PSP UMD. It is crazy. It's not like then you had cell phones to watch movies on. So like I would sit there in class and I'd be watching a movie on my PSP. So, that thing was revolutionary at the time. The fact that you take movies with you in a game system, I loved that thing.
The discs were so shitty though; they'd fall apart if you looked at them wrong. Those UMD discs.
When you think about it now, yeah. But actually, hold on a moment. I'll be right back.
Inglourious Bastards is my favorite. Inglourious Bastards and Genius. Christoph Waltz is a terrifying man in that, and I just Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. I say that all the time. The company I buy all my beer did a Christoph Waltz.
I ain't seen that in a while, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Jeez. Man, I really don't know if there's been a format I've really watched. I mean, I guess when I was little, we used to watch like reel-to-reel like Disney shorts when I was at like daycare, but I don't think that's cringeworthy. Yeah, Super 8. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Super 8.
I got my old movies from college on 60mm film in the under the stairs. Does that count?
Those are cool. Like, with context of time, though, because like now you can watch movies on a cell phone and everything. So the idea of taking a movie with you is whatever. Everyone could do it, but man, back back then it was like, oh my God, I could take the movie with me and something that fits in my pocket. that was crazy.
Yeah.
Now you literally don't. You just have to have your phone. You don't even have to have discs or nothing. Be like, boo, boo, okay, there's a whole movie and everything. Here's one, Jackie Brown. I watched Jackie Brown when it came out, which was like the early 2000s, late 90s. I don't even remember when Jackie Brown came out. 97. I've got a really nice edition of it. I need to rewatch it because that was one of my least favorite, and I think now that I'm older, I'd have more appreciation for it. Has anybody seen Travolta in a movie called The Lineman? It was awesome and believable until the very end. Then it's awful. I've heard of it, but I've never seen that.
I've heard of
Travolta's
it.
been
I
in
know
a
what the poster looks like, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, Travolta's been on a lot of stuff, a lot of non-mainstream stuff. Still have all my own game systems and good play. That stuff's worth a ton of money now. People are seeking that stuff out.
Oh, vintage game market is insane. Like anyone that's just starting that out, good luck to you, because even the most trivial games are expensive now.
Cool.
All right, let's see here. We still got 23 people in the chat. If you hadn't hit that like button, go ahead. I do not have everybody's links down below. I actually forgot about that. I'll do that in post editing because I didn't know who all would actually show up because I kind of just gave it for a free for all. What are we on? We are on number 7. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, 4K code. So if you've not seen this, this is your chance to see it. So you better answer quickly. Well, I guess if you haven't seen this, you can't answer the question then. Crap. Evelyn and her husband Wayman run what kind of business in the movie? I guess you can't see it if you haven't, or win it if you haven't seen it.
God, I already missed out on this yesterday. Oh, I already gave it away. Like
I said, I was absolutely shocked at how relatable that movie is. You wouldn't think it would be, but damn, it was like so good. And
I feel like it's a movie that on the second, third watch you're going to pick up things. But it goes so fast paced. It's one thing after another.
I did. I watched it Thursday night. I rewatched it Thursday night. I wasn't fully invested in it. I was doing some other stuff on the side, playing on some stuff, but I was watching it. But I didn't realize in the first 15, 20 minutes, there's so many subtle hints for later in the movie. Like there's bagels, there's all sorts of stuff just randomly placed throughout in the background and stuff like that. And there was a lot of stuff I picked up on. And the daughter, Stephanie Sue or whatever, I thought she did an amazing job too. Like I thought I was going to hate her character, but it was really done well.
Oh yeah. Did you know that I'm not going to spoil anything, but the item or whatever on top of the head that was actually real, like taxidermied, but real. That wasn't
the Rakakuni.
Yes, I did. Yeah. that was actually taxidermied though. That was
oh really?
Yeah, not like a full CG thing.
That is nice.
There's a practical effect for our stream last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. When that happened, I was like, what is going on? Like,
yeah, I know.
I will say, though, I went to see that in the theater. That was the second movie I seen this year in the theater. And when they ended the movie, like 2/3 of the way in, I was pissed. I was like, no, this can't just be the end of the movie. But then I started thinking, I'm like, wait a minute, this is the Daniels. Like, this very well could be how they just end the movie. And then it went on. I was like, okay. Swiss Army Man, I love that movie too. So I was very impressed with what they did.
I dig fake endings. I don't know if you guys saw Vice.
Yeah.
Vice just had this fake ending thrown in, and it was I thought it was genius. It was cool.
I love it. They had credits and everything. Just
yeah.
I think I was the only person in the theater who was laughing his ass off at that scene, and no one else realized it was a joke.
Ben Buster, I'll give it to you. It's a coin laundry, but I mean Mika had it, but she doesn't want the code. If you want the code, Ben Buster, fully I will give it to you as well. I don't do anything with these codes. I know I'm sitting on like a pile of money with these damn things, but I just don't. I don't want to sell them. I just feel weird selling them.
Yeah, I just give them to people. There's a few people.
I even like ask this stuff. Nobody ever wants them. I ask it, and I'm just like, whatever. I'll just use them or give them away.
I have a really large Voodoo account, whatever, mainly because my family and my kids, everybody who's got my login. And so they're like, hey, what you got on your Voodoo? So I get a movie. I throw my digital code on there. I probably got 2,000 movies on my Voodoo account just from, over the last 8 or 9 years. But,
yeah, I share mine with a friend on Voodoo. So I'm like, well, if I get something like Lionsgate, you can only use on Voodoo or whatever. You can't put it on movies anywhere. What it's called. So I'm like, I'll give those to him on Voodoo, and then we can share them. But
right.
Yeah, I know culture. Nobody wants a free code. I actually got the 4K in today. There's some people that just don't buy physical media, or they're on the fence about it. Because I know there's some people are already tired of hearing about it. They haven't seen it. And like, oh, everybody's saying this is the best movie ever. Why do I want to go see it now?
Yeah, they literally
threw out ideas to the wall to see what stuck and came out. So, in the IMDb, it says, like in the trivia and all that, apparently only 9 people worked on this movie. The Daniels and like 7 other people. They did everything. They did all the special effects and all that stuff, and none of them had special effects training. So they all learned it with a free tutorial that they took online and did it all themselves. Hey Ben, if you don't mind, I know you said dry cleaner, so technically you're wrong, Ben, and you've won 2 other things. So suck it. I want to give it to Vince. So Vince, you win everything, everywhere, all at once.
You can't win everything. You can't win everything all at once.
Yeah, my Walmart next to me, I live walking distance from a Walmart, but they didn't have that special edition that they're supposed to have there. So I was like, oh, I don't want to drive half an hour to get that.
Man, this is a hard question because they've put out a lot of good steel books.
What's your favorite Lionsgate film?
Yeah.
I'm sometimes bad with connecting movies with studios.
I'll just think of what steel books I have, and that's probably the only ones I have.
But they've done way more than the steel books, right? I mean,
yeah.
Oh yeah,
You'd be surprised.
I'm probably going to say No Country for Old Men. That's probably what I'm going to say. I think I want to say that's Lionsgate.
I would say Terminator 2, but they didn't produce the movie,
Yeah. And I'm hoping we get one of those nice slip steel books for No Country for Old Men. That's what I'm hoping.
Oh, God.
That would be nice. That would be
Criterion.
super nice. I will say though, the Zavvi exclusive steelbook for No Country for Old Men looks beautiful. It's orange and it's got Anton with the air gun on it. It looks
the
really
cattle prod gun or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
man, that's crazy, man. What's the most you ever lost on a coin toss? I just watched that again the other day, man. It holds up so well.
That's my favorite movie. That's my wife and my movie. Like people have their songs. That's our movie.
Yeah. The way it ends, I'm not going to spoil it for nobody, but that last scene, the way it ends, I mean, he didn't have to do that. And just the fact that he went back and did that was such a great touch at the end of that movie. Did what he did at the very last scene. I don't know. It was wild.
Hard Candy and The Descent are apparently Lionsgate, so those are good.
Okay.
I just
Hard Candy is really good.
Oh, The Descent's a great movie. I got a funny story about The Descent.
Elliot.
We used to get. Excuse me, Ron. We used to get German exchange students that would come over every year. We did it for like eight summers in a row when my kids lived at home. We would get a foreign exchange student to stay with us, and we had a guy from Germany that spoke no English. And they're supposed to speak English a little bit. He spoke no English, and I took me and my oldest son. He was my horror buddy back in the day, and we took him to go see The Descent. And I just remember him looking at me. Right, one of the hardcore scenes of The Descent. He just looked at me and went, "Fuck." It's the only thing Sparty ever said the whole time he was here, and we'll never forget that. But that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Hard Candy is the Elliot Page movie, right?
Yes. And
Patrick
Wilson.
Okay. I own it on DVD and I have yet to watch it because I heard it's kind of brutal.
It is. I don't even think it has a Blu-ray.
It does. It does? I think out of print though.
Okay.
Well, those came out in 2009 and no one gave a shit kind of Blu-rays.
Yeah. Yeah, KB says a good Lionsgate. The Apocalypse Now. That the one had all 3 cuts and all the extra stuff and the the making of, I forget, In the Heart of Darkness or whatever the making of
Yeah, the
was.
documentary.
That's really good. Let's see. Oh, good story, Pops. Fook. What Ellen Gates movies are there? Didn't they do Rambo? Did they do Rambo? I think they did, didn't they? I don't remember.
There's
That's so funny, yeah, because like Lionsgate they produced so many movies in like the early 2000s, and now they almost seem to be just like a home video market more than anything, and they just apparently they own everything because like Terminator 2 is Lionsgate now and everything.
Yeah.
Knives Out was Knives Out Lionsgate. Lionsgate.
Yeah, man. Little 2004 Punisher.
I'm super annoyed though that Knives Out 2 is Netflix, because we're not going to probably get a physical.
Knives Out 2, 3, and 4, or whatever the hell many they're making, right? All the sequels, essentially.
Yeah.
Unless it goes Criterion.
I mean, I guess that's possible, but that means I can't have a Steelbook going next to my current Steelbook, and
right. I mean, if it's popular enough, they might. They do that to like Stranger Things and stuff.
Yeah, the 4K Steelbook box set of Rambo's Lionsgate and Knives Out. Yeah, I missed out on that Rambo thing, and now I've got an alert set so I can try to pick it up halfway cheap. Because that's a beautiful set too. Those box sets are super nice.
It sat around in store for quite a while too. I kept pushing it off. I'm like, I'll get it. Then it's gone.
Yeah, I think I saw it once in person. I was like, I've actually never seen. The only Rambo I've seen is the fourth one, just Rambo. I've never seen the original one.
I had to pre-order that one. It's one of my favorite franchises. Besides Rocky.
What? You've never seen the original Rambo?
I'm not a Stallone guy. I was talking to Tim earlier how I've never watched any Rocky movie. I wanted X for some reason, and I've owned it for 20 freaking years, sitting right behind me.
I was never a Rocky guy, but I was a Rambo guy.
Yeah.
I'm huge on both of them. I'm a big
I was a
Stallone guy.
House where I grew up. Okay.
What were you about to say, Tim?
We're in the same boat when it comes to Rocky. I've seen 2 Rockies. I've seen all the Rambos, but yeah, I have the whole Rocky set on Blu-ray.
What?
And I'm gonna end up upgrading, and I've never even seen it.
The Rocky movies, they affect me like most movies don't. Whatever, man. They're so damn inspiring, man. I don't know. I love them. I got a sweet spot in my heart for Rocky movies. That's the same one I got. We need a much better set.
Same here.
For probably a dozen years, and I've watched only the first one on it. I think.
I'm 2 hours from Philly. I've been to Philly several times, and it's not a franchise I've really dived into.
I'm in Florida. We did a trip to Philly just to see the Rocky stuff. And that was our vacation one year, and it was one of the greatest trips I've ever taken. It was a blast.
Philly's a cool city.
It's Always Sunny game.
It really is. I love Philly. It's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. We're probably going to be wrapping it up here in about the next 15 minutes or so, I'd say. So we're going to do the last giveaway. So it is giveaway time. It is for the Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice Ultimate Edition Blu-ray DVD combo Steelbook. So I'll send it out tomorrow to whoever wins.
Is that the Martha edition?
Yeah, I was just going to say that too.
But I thought the movie was good. I'm giving up on all my DC steelbooks except for like Joker and the Batman stuff that I have. So, Batman versus Superman. Google or IMDb is going to be needed for this, probably. Let's see. Get back over. There's the question.
You know it.
The theatrical cut is 151 minutes long. How long is the ultimate cut?
Too long.
I don't think I've seen the ultimate cut. I've only seen I saw it in theaters. I saw the theatrical. I don't think I've seen the ultimate.
It's on theaters,
and I don't remember how long it is off the top of my head.
Yeah,
Vince is close.
I like laughed out how stupid it was in theaters, and I'm like, maybe the ultimate cut will be good. That was the first 4K I ever bought when it was $9 Black Friday, and I finally watched it right before the Under Justice League came out. Worse.
I love these answers so far. So Steelbook is probably about a 9 out of 10. It does have a little bitty scratch somewhere on it, or 2 little nicks on there, but it'll be sent in a protector and bubble wrap in a box to whoever wins it. So I figured I'd give away something other than a 4K code.
It's like you gotta win.
I could like get up and go grab it and answer the question for you, but I don't like that movie enough to stand. Right there. Let's see it.
2 hours and 30. Let's see. It's 2 hours and 30. That's it. 60, 80. 2 hours and 31 minutes is not wrong.
That's the
There we go. KB got it. 182 minutes.
3 hours long. Right now.
Yes, 3 hours and 2 minutes long. That is correct, KB. He even asked me what I was getting away
2 hours
with.
and 31 minutes when I Googled it.
When I went on IMDb, well, tell you what, let's double check this.
I can go grab my copy if it'll be for research purposes.
The thing with Steelbooks, if you don't have that Jake card, you can't even just look at the back.
182. He's right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, because 232. Yeah, 232 is the regular. Yeah, so that'd be right. Let me. How's the question worded? I didn't forget how the question's worded. Yeah, so 151 minutes. That'd be 2 hours and 31 minutes. So 232. I think it's like 231:48 or something like that. So yeah, 152 minutes and then 182 minutes on the extension. KB got it. There we go. We'll say that. There we go.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So KB, yeah, I never bought it because of the Martha line. Yeah, Huck, 182 in case KB doesn't want it. Yeah, KB, I'll hit you up here in a little bit. And get your address and all that. Like I said, I'll send it out tomorrow. I've got some other stuff I got to send out. Let's see. Go through the chat here. Martha, that was the most stupid. I watched the movie because I wanted to just see how bad or good it would be. But yeah, the Martha line just killed it for me. S'mores Indoors. Good evening, gentlemen. So S'mores Indoors. Me and him just became friends on Instagram and YouTube, and he is actually in my town, and he does a podcast with a few other guys. And I finally found some of my competition that roams around town.
Nice. I did a stream with him about 2 or 3 months ago. He's a good guy.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Well, good. Yeah, he said something about doing collaboration, so get with him sometime and see what's going on. I'd love to actually, go out and do some movie hunts with somebody and, do some collab work. I mean, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want a movie hunt with some. There's a lot of people around me, but I got to get something lined up at some point. I mean, there's tons of people within like an hour and a half, 2 hours of me.
Yeah. KB wants it. He just sent me his address already. Yeah. Let's see. Will he fix you s'mores? Did he fix you s'mores, Alan?
He did not, but I would take them.
Digital s'mores.
No
Yeah,
s'mores.
and that's the one thing I don't understand either about YouTube. You figure if you're on YouTube, like in the algorithm would work out if you get people doing similar content, like, and that are close to you, that would kind of get filtered into your feed as well, so you can connect with people, but they don't. But yeah, so we'll get with him sometime. I'm sure we'll probably figure something out anytime. I love doing. I mean, I hate running live streams, but I love doing live streams. I'm still trying to stick with my bad joke live stream as well. That was the apex, folks. Yes. So, but we have been going for an hour and 45 minutes. I think I'm going to end it here. I appreciate everybody showing up in the comments here and participating. Everybody at won something. I will. Hi, gents. Sorry I'm late. Southern Cinema. You are late because we're about to end it. So,
replay.
Yeah, catch the replay, please. Apex. I will get with everybody that did win a code. I'll get you your digital codes over Instagram. I'm almost 100% certain I am friends with everybody. And then KB, I'll get that out in the mail to you. So I'm going to pass it off to Alan here so he can say his goodbyes.
All right. Well, I appreciate you having me on, Ryan. Again, I'm Alan with Pops Movie Dungeon. If you like physical media, stuff like that, check out the channel. I had a great time. I appreciate you having me, Ryan.
There we go. I couldn't find the button. Get you back. Thank you very much. I appreciate you saying yes to that. Like I said, me and you've been pretty much, I think I still have the first message you sent me on Instagram about old people need to stick together.
There you go.
And,
there you go.
But
Sure do.
no, it's definitely a good time. I appreciate being your friend, Alan. It's been great.
Anytime you want to do a trivia, a chance at the trivia, man, let me know. We'll have
so you can spank me again? Spank me like your bad son?
That's the only thing I've won on here, man. I've been on these other shows. I've always lost. No offense, but you're the only person I've won against.
Winning that movie collection battle. I lost everything before finally winning that movie collection battle. So,
yes,
I'm able to finally, a 1 in 5 or something I am.
Yeah.
Well, I like trivia because if I know it, it's right.
Yeah.
Hey, Tim, now it's your turn. You got a question, though. The monkey asked, what is your August theme month? So you can answer that with your blow up.
I don't have any idea right now. So work has been pretty busy, which is why there's been a little less videos as of late, but trying to correct that. I do have a haul video going up shortly. Maybe it's tomorrow. Maybe it's the day after. When this whole room is all done, I will have another room tour. It feels like I put up like 4 freaking room tours on my channel, but there'll be another one since this is a whole new room. I don't really have much else other than thank you for having me on the stream. It's a lot of fun. If you want to see more of this ugly face, head over to Bin Buster's channel tomorrow. Going to be having a fun stream there, but that's all I got. This has been fun.
Again, I want to thank you, Tim. You've been very, very generous to me by asking me being on your streams. I know we kind of made that joke last night about, hey, he's been on here again. He's back once or twice, as you've seen in the montage. I kind of the same faces, which is always good because you get comfortable around the same people. You can have fun. You know what to expect. It's good times. Yep. So not last but not least, ahoy, movie geeks. Is that what you say? I forget.
Ahoy there, movie geeks. This is Derek, the convicted cinephile. Yeah. That's the thing I say that I remember. But yeah, thanks for having me. Like you were saying, it's the very first live stream I ever did was with you on Tim's channel. So very cool. This is the first time I've ever been, I think, with Pops doing anything. So awesome to finally be on the same stream as you as well.
Same.
Yeah. This is what we do. What can I say, right? I'm still doing hashtag Spoof Movie Summer for the foreseeable future. I specified summer instead of July, not because it sounds better, but because I probably will still be doing it in August. And that is why. And then I already have my September and October months lined up, more or less. But yeah, check out Convicted Cinephile. Check out Ryan. Obviously, you already are if you're watching this. Check out Tim. Check out Pops. Subscribe to my channel because, why not? Nobody else has.
I have watched your videos, but for some reason I was not subscribed to you, but I did subscribe to you right before we started. So
thank you.
Why.
Good. That's like 7.
How that works, but I have watched your videos, but I don't know why the hell I wasn't subscribed. I don't know why.
Massive props because you're putting in the work. My gosh, you're having a video every day, every other day, or something. It's a lot. So that's way better than us.
I'll do 4 in a row, and then I've been busy because of family guff this week. And then I have a list of 15 videos for Spoof Movie Summer, and I'm about halfway through it now. So that's what I do for work is I write my scripts for my videos while I'm working. And then when I go home from work, because that's how busy I am at work.
All right. Again, I want to I appreciate you 3 showing up for this, helping me co-host this because I would drown like a rat in the river. I wouldn't have. I want to say a big thanks to everybody in the comments, everybody that shows up, that comments, that likes people's videos. Again, I said this at the top of the show. I'm going to say at the bottom. We appreciate it. It gives us a reason to continue doing this.
Yep.
Subscribe to everybody. Even if their content doesn't necessarily appeal to you, give them a subscription anyway. If they're doing physical media and you love physical media, you should be supporting everybody. I believe. And I try to do that. And I appreciate everybody showing up. I appreciate everybody that loves my Still Books a Day on IG. I'm sure you guys will be pleased when I finally hit 365, so you stop seeing my ugly Still Books. But
I will, because you cost me money.
We'll just do it again. We have enough, right?
No, I was thinking about doing a Blu-ray a day for 2023, but I was like, no, that's way too much work. But again, I appreciate it. All the winners, I'll get with you, get your stuff out to you either tonight or first thing in the tomorrow. Again, I appreciate you all showing up. I really appreciate it. Again, for Alan, Tim, and Derek, this is Ryan for Movies with Ryan. Until we see you again, have a fantastic night.
Bye
Bye-bye.